Hey guys, welcome back to Fun with Sweet Home.
This week, we're going to show you how to do an impressive Valentine's Day dinner for your special someone.
So guess what we're making?
We're going to make a 3-course meal with some live Atlantic lobsters.
So to start, we're going to be making a sous vide lobster tail, poached with garlic, butter, and rosemary.
Then, we're going to take the carcass and turn it into a lobster bisque.
And to round out the meal, we're going to be making a white wine-infused mushroom risotto in our Instant Pot.
If we can do it, you can do it.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Let's go!
So for this epic meal, we'll need some chicken broth, tomato paste, some salted butter, some real parmesan, some Italian arborio rice, and rosemary. We'll also need olive oil, half and half cream, and a bottle of white wine. For veggies, we'll need some carrots, celery, onions, and white mushrooms. For the detailed list of ingredients, please see the description below. Okay guys, so today we got a delivery in the morning from the Lobster Man. Let's see what's inside. Oh, here they are. So these are our live Atlantic lobsters. Let's take it out of the box. How many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, quite a bit. Now that we got our lobsters, it's time to start making our epic meal. But before we start, we must respect that these animals are live, and we need to put them down as humanely as possible. What we are about to show you is graphic. If you wish to skip it, you can actually go to the 2-minute and 45-second mark. Okay, so now we're gonna put the lobsters away. And the most humane way to do it, as I said earlier, is to just grab a towel, keep it nice and steady. And you're gonna wanna aim right here. Put your knife on it and just one cut down the middle. And any action that you see now is just gonna be all involuntary. I'm just gonna take out the tail like that, and one right here. Okay, and the tail should come free, just like that. There you have it. So with our beautiful lobster tails, we're actually going to be cooking it via sous vide, which is cooking them in a temperature-controlled water bath. And as for the claws, there's actually a lot of meat in there. But since it's going to be hard to extract the raw meat, we're going to be boiling them until they're fully cooked. Once they're done, take them out and put them aside until they're ready to serve. Now, let's first prepare the lobster bisque, as it takes the most time. For the lobster bisque, we'll need some sliced white mushrooms, celery, carrots, and onions. We'll also need some half and half cream, white wine, chicken broth, tomato paste, and butter. First, we're going to add some oil to our pan. Then we're going to put in our onions, and we're going to cook them until they start to caramelize. Then we'll put in our carrots, and followed by our celery. Next, we're going to put in our mushrooms, and we're going to cook them until they're finished sweating. Once that's all done, we're going to transfer them into our Instant Pot. We'll then put in our tomato paste. And now we're going to put in our beautiful lobster heads. So we're going to make full use out of the lobster carcasses. Next, we'll be adding the chicken broth. And finally, the white wine to top it off. Now that we've got all the ingredients in the pot, let's put the lid on. And for settings, we're going to be using soup and broth mode. We're going to be cooking it for 1 hour and under high pressure. And we're ready.
1 hour later.
First, we'll need to vent the Instant Pot. And we're gonna wait until the safety pin has dropped down. That means you're now safe to open the pot. Oh my God, guys, this smells amazing. It smells like lobster perfume. All right, so now we're gonna take all the lobster shells out of the Instant Pot. This includes all the head, body, and leg parts. And once the shells are out, we're gonna make a puree out of the Lobster Bisque. Today we'll be using the Vitamix for the blending. We'll transfer everything from the Instant Pot into the Vitamix blender. All right, the soup is almost ready. Let's put it back into the Instant Pot and finish it up. Wow, the soup is super silky and I can't wait to put it in my belly. To finish up, we'll put in some butter, some half and half cream, and voila, it's done. We're gonna be using the Instant Pot to keep it warm while we prepare the rest of the meal. Next, we'll be preparing our lobster tail. Before we cook the lobster tail, we want to make sure it doesn't curl up under the heat. So to do that, we'll put in some skewers to keep them straight throughout the process. Next, we'll be quickly blanching the lobster tails before removing the meat from the shell. To do this, we'll be quickly putting the lobster tail in the boiling water and taking it back out. We don't want to fully cook them here yet. Okay, so next we're going to remove the skewers so that we can take the meat out and prepare it for our sous vide. We're going to take our scissors here, go right beside, and just start cutting down. Same thing with the other side. Once you're done, just grab the shell and peel. Then, 2 fingers, very gently pry it away from the shell. And we have a very beautiful lobster. Now that the meat is out, we'll be removing the poop chute. Gently cut down the middle, but not too deep. And here we are. Here's the poop chute. We're just gonna pull it away and it'll come out nice and easy. We're almost ready for sous videing, but first, we'll actually need to put the skewers back in to keep the lobster tail straight while cooking. The last step before we bag the lobsters up is that we're gonna put some rosemary where the poop chute used to be, and then we're gonna top it with some salted butter. As the butter melts in the sous vide, it will poach the lobster. I can already imagine how awesome that will be. Now we're gonna bag up the lobster. And here we are using the vacuum bag that came with our Fresh Locker vacuum sealer. But if you don't have one, you can always use a freezer bag and the water displacement method to get the air out. We'll now open up the vacuum sealer, place the bag on the lip, lock it down tight, and start it up. Okay, so guys, we're ready for our sous vide machine. 130 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 minutes. Lobster poached in butter, not dipped in butter. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Now let's drop the bagged lobster into the sous vide container. We'll come back and check on this in 25 minutes. But for now, let's watch Clement work on the mushroom risotto.
Okay, now it's my turn to make the super easy white wine infused mushroom risotto in an Instant Pot. All it takes is 6 minutes of high pressure in the Instant Pot and 5 minutes of prep time. Let's go! For the risotto, we'll need some chicken broth, olive oil, rosemary, salt and butter, some diced onions, mushrooms, Italian arborio rice, Parmesan cheese, butter, and some white wine. First, we'll put the Instant Pot in sauté mode, then we'll add in the butter and olive oil, and stir until it melts. Next, we'll add in the mushroom, and we'll cook them until slightly softened, about 3 minutes. Then we'll put in the onions and cook for about 2 minutes. Next, we'll throw in the sprig of rosemary and stir well. Okay, now it's time for the rice. We want to make sure each grain of rice is coated with the butter oil mixture. Cook for about 2 minutes. Next, we'll pour in the white wine, about 3/4 cup. Let it simmer for about 3 minutes. At last, we'll pour in the chicken broth. Make sure you scrape off the rice stuck to the side and bottom of the pot. Simmer for 1 minute. Now we'll close the lid and set up the Instant Pot. We're gonna put it in high pressure cook for 6 minutes. Okay, the Instant Pot has finished cooking. Now let's vent the pressure. Remember to use a towel, the steam is very hot. Let's open up and see. It smells so good. We'll mix them up real good. And then we'll add in some grated Parmesan cheese. Stir it evenly to make sure all the cheese are melted. And for the final touch, we'll add in some salt and pepper. That's it. Our risotto is done.
Our lobster tail is just about done. Time to dress up the plate and get it ready to serve. It's been about 25 minutes in the water bath. Let's take the lobster tail out. I know it doesn't look that good right now, but wait till we take them out. We'll now remove the skewer and the rosemary and then lightly season it with salt and pepper. Then we'll set our lobster tail on the back of the shell. Grate some parmesan on it and then quickly sear the cheese. Here we go, all done. Here is our 3-course live Atlantic lobster meal with a lobster bisque, butter poached lobster tail, and white wine mushroom risotto. Let us prepare to serve these yummy foods to our team and see what they think.
All right, so this is the risotto. Definitely lots of flavor, good texture with the mushrooms. Everything blends really nicely. The truffle oil definitely brings it all together. I'll have a little bit more of that. Definitely surpassed my expectations. Okay, let's try the lobster now. Has some flavors I can't really describe. It's like not lemony, but still like has some herbs to it and like spicy a little bit. Not spicy, but has good flavor. Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. Perfect.
Hi, Chichi.
Hello. Unfortunately, I can't eat lobsters, so it's just mushroom risotto for me. It's nice and crisp on the top. I smell burnt cheese. Really creamy. Really cheesy. I like the hint of truffle oil. Really good.
Awesome. Alright guys, there you have it. Here is our 3-course live Atlantic lobster sous vide, mushroom risotto, and also the lobster bisque. Can't say it's super easy, but I'm pretty sure you'll impress whoever you're going to cook for.
It's well worth it.
So stay tuned for our next video. We have the video every week. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and let us know in the comment whether you've tried it or let us know what you want us to cook next week.
And as always, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe.
We'll see you again next week.